All right, so we're getting ready to go on a little metal detecting adventure. This is a big property. It's a couple hundred acres. It's mostly wooded, and we're going to spend our time, I think, in the woods today, kind of down in this corner of the property. Now, unfortunately, you can see it's quite grown up, so we're going to have to crawl around and you know, really get in there. But there are some open places. Civil War camps in this area. You know, by that I mean American Civil War, which was between 1861 and 1865. 100% there's camps in this area. I have found some bullets and buttons and other things like that. Could be some colonial things in here, like buttons and shoe buckles, although I've not really found too many of those. And there's also battle here, so we could find fired bullets, we could find cannonballs, cannonball fragments, and troll trains. Hear it? That's our good luck charm, I think. So let's go ahead and get to it. So we'll just start up in this area and just kind of work our way through the woods, try to find some open spots, and occasionally we'll duck down in the briars. Wish me luck. So there's lots of trash over here in this part of the woods. I'm not getting a lot of good signals, but I did just dig this rifle casing, which of course is brass, so they sound really, really good. That could easily have been a bullet or a nice brassy bit boss or something like that. Most excellent. You gotta do better than that, though. So I just dug a half a horseshoe. That's broken. Horses often break their shoes. It's kind of a small one, so it's probably not a big, heavy draft animal. It could very well be a riding horse and or something like a cavalry horse. Now I'm going to keep digging this iron because there are artillery fragments out here and other iron artifacts from the Civil War. So that could have just as easily been a shell fragment as a horseshoe. Now this is an interesting artifact right here. This is like a hand-forged big iron staple, I would think, that you drive into wood, and this little area right here would be left exposed, so maybe you could run a chain or a rope through there or something. But I suspect this is could easily be from the American Civil War period. Could be off a wagon. Could be older than that though too, because this was an old farmstead at one time. Again, I'm going to keep digging this iron because we'll have a shell fragment before it's over. I can almost guarantee it. Almost. So we have our first Civil War relic of the day. It looks like a fired round ball, you know, musket ball, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be what we call case shot. And case shot is something that they put inside an exploding cannonball, so that when it does explode, not only do the big chunks of iron go flying around, these little balls come out too. Typically, the round ball, they are round balls, but they're not like perfectly round because they didn't need to be. And this just has the appearance to me of being like it probably wasn't perfectly round at any time in its life. All right, first relic of the day. So we have another signal right here that's very similar to that case shot I just found. So I thought we'd dig it together. A little bit deep, not a real good squeak, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be right there. There we go. Hopefully we can just pop it up out of there. See it yet? Yeah. All right. Let's see if that got it. No, so still in the hole. Not as good a signal as it was, so I suspect it fell down into the hole. So let me go ahead and get the pinpointer out and we'll get it together. All right, good beep right here. You can't hear it because it's in my headphones. So down there and loose, hopefully it's in this loose stuff here. All right, it's in here. I threw it out. So it's in here. Okay, so it's in my hand. Let's go ahead and look at it together. Looky, that is a bullet right there. Okay, I went ahead and put my my good mic on. This is a Sharps bullet. Would have been shot out of a Sharps breech loader, and it's a dropped one, so there's a reasonable chance that there could be some more scattered around in here. So we're going to slow down a little bit. When I was on that slope, when I came up the slope is where I found the case shot, and I wasn't too interested in that because when those explode, they could go anywhere. They could go, you know, 100 yards away from where the cannonball exploded. But this means a soldier was right here, and he could have dropped more bullets or buttons or coins or almost anything. He was standing right here. Cool stuff, huh? So that's where I found that Sharps bullet right there. And another kind of squeaker right here. That one's not reading too high though. It's only reading in the low 40s, so that could be a shotgun shell, but it could be a button. I don't think it's going to be a bullet though. Let's test it again. Yeah, it's not coming up high enough for a bullet. And I don't think it's as deep as that Sharps was. Hopefully we can get a couple chops of this. That's almost like a bullet there, but it isn't. Okay, let me set this down. All right, it's getting a little better now, so let me set you up. That's down a little ways. Probably, hopefully it's another bullet. Shouldn't be below that light layer. I don't think these woods have ever been plowed, so. Might be the camera. All right. Since there's so many roots there, I'm going to go ahead and put you away for a minute and just get it out of the hole, and then we'll look at it. All right, so this is the target, and it's lead. I don't know if it's going to be like melted lead or a fired, part of a fired bullet. I guess it could be either one. I think it's melted. I think that's melted lead. So that means that the soldier, a soldier who dropped that, may have also had a fire here. Or, you know, at least someone had a campfire here at some point, probably during the Civil War. That's good. We're finding like drop stuff now, so that makes me really happy. So I just dug a shotgun shell. They sound a lot like buttons, so you got to dig them. That's good. That's a good sign. That means there's plenty of stuff that's buried here. So if this has been metal detected in the past, it wasn't detected too hard. So here's another piece of small deformed lead. Could be melted, could be fired. But I know this is fired because if I look right there, and if you look right there, you can see those little lines, straight lines going right across the middle of it from one end to the other. And that tells me that is rifling grooves that were cut into it when this was fired. I don't think this is Civil War. The patina is not good. I mean, the color's not good. And it just feels to me like it's more modern. I'm not going to count that as I don't think it's pure lead either. It just has a weird color to it. So I think it's more modern than the Civil War. More modern than 1865. It's got a nice big signal here. It seems like it's quite large, but it's jumping from iron to non-iron. So let's go ahead and scooch this back a little bit and dig a small hole. And that should tell us whether or not it's iron or non-iron. You know, if it's too deep, sometimes the metal detector doesn't know for sure. Okay, so it's still buried. Still jumping around. And there with the pinpointer. Whee! Right here. I don't think I've dug it up. I think it's still... Oh no, I see some iron. All right, it is a piece of iron. This is like... That's like the link to a chain. And because it has that oval shape to it, a lot of times it kind of gives a halfway decent signal. But definitely iron. So I had a squeaker right here, but it didn't sound too good, so I didn't get you out. Dug the hole, and it looks like it's right here. I believe that's going to be an American Civil War bullet of some sort. And it is. That is. I guess that's going to be a mini ball. Doesn't see if it has a flat or solid base. Could have... not a flat or solid, it's got a concave base, so that's a mini ball right there. Judging by how it's a little bit deformed, I'm going to say it's probably fired. And like I said, there was a battle nearby, so it could be from that. They could also get deformed on the nose if they have to pull them out of the musket if it can't fire. Have a screw that they put down in there, or curly Q thing that they call a wipe, but I'm pretty sure that's just going to be a fired bullet. Pretty nice. Surprisingly not a good signal though. I had a very strange little squeaky noise, and this is what it was. This is a pair of eyeglasses. Definitely not American Civil War era, considering what that is made out of, but they did have them back then. So I have a good sounding target in here. I don't know what it is. It could be a Civil War button, or it could be like a 22 bullet or something, 22 shell. Oh, look, some green right there. So it could be a Civil War bullet or a shotgun shell. Oh no, shotgun shell. So I had a nice squeaker here, and I thought it had something good, but it's just a more modern snap. It says Buck on it, so this is probably from a Buck knife, like a hunting knife. Buck is a brand. I haven't really talked to you probably for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Just finding shotgun shells, that's about it. And a, a little Buck snap. Yeah, we'll check, make sure that the whole knife isn't in there, but I suspect it's not. Well guys, unfortunately, I'm going to call it a day. I could probably dig for another hour, hour and a half, but I have not found any good targets for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours since the last talked to you. Been all over the woods. There's a little bit of the area I have not covered yet, so I might come back. But it's pretty peaky overall. Well, I hope you enjoyed what little adventure we had. It was good getting out, building my strength back up after this winter, and hopefully we'll have a more productive detection next time out. We'll see you then, I hope.
Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving. Where